Hello, ITPC. This is Potter Piper. Team Jilly. Oh, let me show him. Say hi, Team Jilly. All right, don't. He's pretty relaxed over there. Just wanted to jump on, and could be a grab bag of a lot of things. I'm thinking of some things to show you, some things to ask you. And what came to mind is some of the best first movies and horrible sequels. Now, well, let's see what I remember and what comes out of here. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Today's not my hump day. I am smoking the New York Meerschaum. Loving it. Thank you, Piper Dave. I am smoking Peter Heinrich's Golden Slice. Thank you, Uncle Willie. And it's very good. I'm enjoying it. It seems a little more mellow than the Peter Heinrich's Special Curly. I also don't know how much age is on this, but it's very good. And, well, that'll jump me into my first thing here. Well, before that, Ethan Parsimonious Piper and myself did the third video to C.S. Lewis, his third letter of the Screwtape Letters. Really enjoying that. Enjoying getting to know Ethan. I'm enjoying reading the Screwtape Letters. That does not naturally come off the tongue, at least mine. Screwtape Letters. After 25 plus years, it makes you think. Makes me think, but that's why I like it. It springboards some good topics and things for us to talk about, to think about in our own life, in our world. So, if it gets some things going for you, put it in the comments on his channel when you see the video. So yes, now get back to Uncle Willie was kind enough to send me some samples. I also want to thank Dave from Central Piper Dave. He sent me 3 samples. One was Pirate Cake. I don't have them right here. I sent another one. I like Pirate Cake. I haven't looked it up to see the components, and I'm trying to get better at seeing what's in them without reading it. So I haven't looked it up, but my guess is Pirate Cake is Orientals, Latakia. I'm going to guess a Virginia because they seem to be in most things. Anything else I don't know, but I enjoyed it. But then he sent me, this is how we got in the conversation. He did his own mixing of, I want to say Carter Hall, oh Lord, and a Maduro. I haven't tried it yet, but I like the fact that he did it. It was a codger blend. If I'm wrong, I'll look it up. I want to say it was a Carter Hall and like a dark Maduro. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm gonna look forward to it. And what I appreciate is he did it, and I like that. To me, if somebody does their own mixing, no matter how simple it is, I'll try it, even if it's an aromatic. So I look forward to that. Thank you, Dave, Central Cal. Dave. Oh, okay. Here's one of my first questions, and it goes to also a thank you. But when somebody sends you a sample pack, what do you do with them besides smoke them? My point is that you get some of these sample packs, 1 ounce or less. I don't necessarily want to put them in a glass jars, because then you can get a lot of glass jars, and I have a ton of glass jars already glassed. And I've had some in packs like this, and maybe a month later or so, because I don't know how long they've had them. And they're dry as a bone. I know you can rehydrate them, but they're dry as a bone. And I was wondering maybe what you do. What do you do with them? Maybe you put them in glass jars, but to me, if you're getting a sample, then I don't want to keep getting that many glass jars. So this was my thought. I didn't know what you thought. Is Uncle Willie, if you saw one of my previous videos, sent me this container. And it's a very nice container. Sent me some of the samples. So I put my cigars in here. And they fit great. And I have my Boveda pack in there. To me, this is a great humidor for me. I really love this. So I looked it up and wanted to get more. These little puppies aren't cheap. Nice, they're not, and I'm not talking compared to a fancy humidor. Thank you, Uncle Willie. So, I went on Amazon and I thought, let me see what I can get them for. And I was thinking, maybe go something a little cheaper, which obviously is always better. But this might work. So, I got some of these, much thinner than that small one. It's their large one, but very thin. And then there's a medium-sized one. And the price was reasonable for 2, 4, 6, I forget, 6 to 8 of them of different sizes. But this is what I was thinking. You got this size, you got bigger size. My thought was, even in the bigger ones, you can take a lot of the samples, just put the bags in, put a Boveda pack in the whole thing, and maybe that'll keep them from drying out, and I'd have to put them in glass jars. So I'm going to see how that works. If you have your own thoughts, be interested to hear. How do you store your tobacco if it's not in a glass jar? Maybe you do something like this. I don't know if the Boveda pack will work, just putting the samples inside of these. I don't have to use a bunch of glass jars for 1 ounce or less is what I'm looking at. I can fit a lot in these. So there's that. What's next? Since the weather's going to get nicer, start getting the cigars. Little company outside of Alabama, but it also has a Florida address, so I don't know. They do a little tobacco, very little, but they're mostly cigars. I don't know how I found them on Instagram or something. But they had a monthly thing you can do. They're very artistic group. So I got my first shipment of the monthly. I have some of their other cigars. They come like that. So I'm going to look forward to trying them. I'll let you know. I think they're a small company, a very boutique cut Trifacante. So I'm going to try these out and let you know. They seem to do very quality stuff, Trifacante. They're not quick on shipping in any way, shape, or form. So I'll let you know. I tried some of their tobacco and it's very good. They do a good job. Definitely. The only thing I'd say is a little challenging is if you want something quick, they're not doing it quick. But I will, I'll let you know. Now, I might be doing something with these. I want to do a car parody, but I'm going to leave it just at that. When I was a kid, when I could drive, one of the first cassette tapes I had was Smokey and the Bandit. I've always enjoyed that cult classic. I like Jackie Gleason. Now, because I'm a priest, I got to say, I'm not condoning the language and so forth, but I enjoy it as a movie and a cult classic. I like Jackie Gleason. I remember the cassette tapes when I was in school. You had the briefcases of your cassette tapes. You had to take the pencil, rewind it. Well, my car presently has a cassette tape. So I wanted to get Smokey and the Bandit. You got to go on eBay. Well, one problem. I didn't pay attention. This is Smokey and the Bandit 2. It was okay. I wanted one, and they had one, which I didn't dawn on me why with shipping that was like $55. This was $10 plus $4. Well, it's Smokey and the Bandit 2. Not bad. Then you watch Smokey and the Bandit 3. Woo! You just do that because you just want to laugh at a dumb movie. Oh Lord, it's been so long since I put one of these in. Eastbound and down, going up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. So I went back to the eBay, and the $55 cassette for Smokey and the Bandit 1 was sold. Now, I can't tell you if I was going to pay $55, which that concluded shipping for the cassette tape. I honestly don't even know if my car cassette tape works in the car. But that brings up the conversation of sequels. Lord of the Rings, all three movies were as equally as good as the other, if not the third better than the first. But Lord of the Rings, I don't know if you can really consider those sequels because they were smart. They did all those movies at one time and sent them out. Rockies did a good job with their sequels. I'd say one of the only that I can think of, only movie series where the first was horrible and the second is a classic. Can you name it with me? Star Trek. The first one, no one really knows. But then you go to the second one. Say it with me. The Wrath of Khan. James T. Kirk. Khan. And that one, all the evens were good. 2, 4, and 6. But The Wrath of Khan, that's a classic one. Godfather movies. Godfather 1 and 2. Classics. Godfather 3. Don't even consider that a part of the series. That was horrible. And as a church person, what I can't stand that movie companies do is when they're going to do church stuff, at least be somewhat accurate. You know what? You don't even have to pay me to advise you. Buy me lunch and I'll tell you some of the things you need to do, but I hate when they do corny things and they're using church and it's like, really? Buy me lunch. I'll tell you what is factual and not, what you should do and not. Gosh, now I'm thinking there's something else. Well, you'll probably think of where the first was good, the sequels were just horrible. It's getting close to Easter. It's a busy time, but good time. If you celebrate Easter, the Lord's resurrection, his passion, because we'll celebrate Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Sunday. I hope your time is a blessing. Well, I did want to punt a question, but now it's already 17 minutes. So, I'm going to wait on the next punt. Even though it would have gone with the movies, but I put it after my Easter talk. And I don't want to remake the movie, and I'm not splitting this up. All right, let's see how long everybody stays. A question that should have been earlier. A question I want to punt. I want to punt it. I want to punt it to Piper Dave. But anybody who wants to take it. The movie that I was thinking of is, I'm going to have to remake this video. No, I don't want to do it here. I'm not going to remake it. I'm going to do this in a different video. So I wanted to get up with a grab bag of stuff, say hello. Team Jilly says hello. Great blend. Thank you, Uncle Willie. Potter Piper, Team Jilly, God bless.